Hello. Okay, so for today's calendar math, we are working with our 100 chart. We are going to be using this chart in a couple different ways. The first way we're going to do this is you'll notice that I have a whole set of crayons here. You need a purple, light green, brown, tan, maroon, or burgundy, I'm not sure what you'd call that, yellow, orange, pink, light blue, and gray. So you should pause me right now so that you could find each of those items, and that way you're ready to go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to read a set of numbers, and our first task is just to find those numbers. So I'd like you to take out your purple, and when I say a number, I want you to find it and highlight it in purple. So purple's kind of dark, so make sure you highlight lightly so that you can still see the number. Okay, let's start with purple. Please highlight the number 13. 13. Let's go to light green. Please highlight the number 19. 19. Let's go to brown. Color lightly. 23. 23. 23. Tan. 27. 27. Red violet, maroon, whatever you want to call it. 31. 31. Yellow. 53. 53. Orange. 60. The number 60. Pink. 72. 72. Light blue. 86. 86. Gray. 95. 95. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause and I'm going to fill in each of the answers, and then you should, well, actually, maybe I won't pause. Maybe I'll just do this right now like this. All right, so we started with 13. If you accidentally get it wrong, that's why we're using crayons. You can erase and just fix it. Not too bad at all. Let's get a little closer. And 19. You may wonder why Mrs. Smith has broken crayons. That's because Mrs. Smith constantly breaks her crayons. In fact, I make my sister very upset because she won't let me borrow hers because I break hers too. Not sure why I do it. I'm not mad, it just happens. All right, 23. 27. 31. 53. 60. 72. 86. 95. Did you get them all? It's okay if you didn't. We're going to be using 100 number charts a lot this year, and we'll be doing a lot of work with them. We'll be talking about finding skip counting, counting by twos. We're going to talk about counting by tens, starting with any number. We're going to talk about 10 more, 10 less, 1 more, 1 less. Lots of different work in the future. Okay. So this is our next page, all right? You can notice it has little ears. It's called Numbers I Hear, all right? So this is kind of the reverse of this skill. This skill is you listen to the number and you find the number on this. This one is you listen to the number and then you write the number. So I guess it's more like an extension on that skill. Okay. So I'd like you to take this paper and turn it over so that you're not tempted to use it. Okay? And now what you're going to do is you're going to listen to me. I'm going to say 10 numbers, and I want you to write them in the box. Then I'll pause, I'll fill them in, and we'll check our answers together. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Ready? 1, 15, 15. 2, 21, 21. 3, 33, 33. Oh, 3, 33. 4, 47, 47. 5, 55. Seem to have a pattern here. 6, 62. 7, 76, 76. 8, 89, 89. 9, 98, 98. 10, challenge, 105, 105. Here are all of your answers. If you accidentally wrote a number backwards or you accidentally got a number incorrect, that's okay. I would suggest that you challenge yourself to write the numbers that you did incorrectly 3 times correctly. We have to train our brain to do things correctly. So if your 15 accidentally looked like this, or you accidentally wrote 47 like this, write it correctly 3 times. That way you're really firming in your mind the correct way to write that. Okay. Our last part is the most challenging, okay? So this is 2 steps. First step is you listen for the number. Second step, you answer the question, what comes before? So you can do this in 2 ways. Everyone is going to listen for the number that I say for you. Then you can use your 100 number chart, find the number that I've said, and find the number that comes before. Or you can challenge yourself not to use the 100 number chart, and you can try to think of the number that comes before without using it. Okay, so it's kind of how difficult this is for you. You kind of have to decide. All right. Sometimes the best way to decide is to practice doing it yourself first without the 100 number chart. And if you're ready to pull out your hair after number 2, then I would suggest you go to the 100 number chart, because all of it is learning. It just depends on what kind of learning you want to do today on this Wednesday in the morning. Okay. So I think the best way to do this is I'll say the number, you'll write it down. Then we'll go through each of these little ears first. Okay, so you'll fill them in. Then we'll check our ears first. Then you can decide how you want to do the numbers that come before. Okay, so we're not going to do it all at once. The first step is we're going to fill in all of these little boxes with the ears. So make sure you're listening and filling those in first. Number 1, 8. Number 2, 17. Number 3, 25. Number 4, 35. Number 5, 41. Number 6, 56. Number 7, 63. Number 8, 77. Number 9, 89. Number 10, 110. Okay, so fill those in. I'm going to pause for a moment and I'm going to fill in all the right answers, and then we'll check yours. Here are all the correct answers: 8, 17, 25, 35, 41, 56, 63, 77, 89, 110. All right, second step. Let's do number 7 together. This is the first way to challenge yourself. Number 7 is the number 63. So I want to think to myself, what number comes before? Well, there's a couple different ways that I can do this, but I always like to start where the 0 is. So I'm going to start at 60, and then I'm going to count up until I hear 63. 60, 61, 62, 63. What number did I say that came right before? 60, 61, 62. So that's one way to solve this problem. The other way, let's do number 4 together. Number 4 is number 35, is to use your 100 number chart, find the number that I read to you, and then find the number that comes right before. So 35 becomes 34. Both are correct, both are learning, both are advanced first grade. It just depends on how you want to do it today. Now let's say that the number was 40. Let's say the number was 41. Well, how do I know what number comes before? Well, because the 100 number chart is like this big snake that goes around, I have to go back over here to the number that comes before 41, which is 40. Okay. So fill in each of these, what number comes before. Pause me now, and then you'll check your answers with mine in just a moment. Here are the answers to check. 8, 7, 17, 16, 25, 24, 35, 34, 41, 40, 56, 55, 63, 62, 77, 76, 89, 88, 110, 109. All right, so for parents or guardians, loved ones who are helping you with your work today, if your child struggled with the number that comes before, it is a great thing to do in the car to just count backwards. Do it from any number and just keep doing that from now into infinity. That way your child really puts firmly in their mind what number comes before. And it really helps them to count backwards when they need to subtract and when they need to start really understanding this idea of a number line. Okay, so there is our work for today's calendar, and I'll see you soon.